champions who can answer a Galio were banned, and yet MVP prioritized Maokai over to Galio. I would say that was a drafting mistake, and in the end, a masterstroke by BBQ.
And with the double tank solo laners here, I actually really like the Elise from BBQ as well. Gives you a bit more damage as well coming out of this composition, and doesn't pigeonhole you into saying that, well, Tristana is our only source of damage, let's just hope that she gets ahead.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of BBQ's draft in the context of patch 7.14. No guarantees about the result, but there's a lot more thought and nuance into their draft than MVP, who do have some power picks on patch 7.14. But the reliability of the Taric was a bit of a question mark in Game 1. So even though there is some power here, actually pulling off the team fights will require significant snowball, so all eyes on to Beyond, who is on his comfort Rek'Sai, for making the difference in the early game that he couldn't do in Game 1.
Yep. Looking towards Max as well to see whether he can make this Taric work this time. Could potentially be difficult, and it looks like we're getting MVP versus KT version of MVP so far in game number 1. Have they moved to Samsung Galaxy version of MVP? We'll have to find out as we get onto Summoner's Rift.
Fine.
Yep.
This is so cheesy.
Oh my god.
2013 strategies.
Oh no.
I wonder what they're going to skill. Well, here we go.
There's the exhaust, and they'll just stack up these concussive blows. The flash wasn't a little bit too late. There was rocket jump was taken, and Ghost picks up the first blood. The cheese was definitely a good one. They head towards clearing out the minion waves and getting back down towards that bottom lane.
Oh, will they?
Unless they fast push the turret, what's happening?
Yeah, the fast push doesn't really work because of the then Max E from there.
Wanting to get as much stun and damage for his buck as well out of that Dazzle.
Big CS lead for Crazy. Kind of predictable given that ADD was chased out of top lane, but experience lead's not going to be there. As ADD, full rotation might kill the Maokai, and well, this will work.
Yeah, he's really high in the sky, Papa Smithy, as there's the ultimate. Okay, Crazy hit by the last little kitty cat. As they trade 1 for 1, and Temp says, well, I'm sorry, buddy. You flashed to your death.
I like BBQ didn't link up.
Says to his Shockwave at the same time. As I mentioned, that Starlight's touch doing well for Max here, just to try and keep Maha healthy. There's the Shockwave, just boom goes the Dynamite. Ghost is going to be dead. And MVP wander back towards this turret with a fresh minion wave and a man advantage.
Yeah, the bot lane summoner spells will
makes sense to me.
If Galio has 20% health, he doesn't do anything. He can't go in, he can't initiate, he can't zone. Speaking of zones.
Yeah, speaking of going in, it's going to be Ian focused on there for a moment, but the Gargoyle Stone Play, will it be enough? As Crazy's actually going to flash his way out. Cosmic Radiance once again onto 5, but doesn't really do too much as BBQ sort of held on to everything.
Shockwave!
3-man Shockwave in the back line as Ghost flashes himself out and Ian's able to pick up the kill onto a Bless. Now we've got the ultimate coming out from Beyond, who just dives on the little AD carry. Nothing Ghost could do, and the double kill now in there for Ian. MVP really want to bring us to a game number 3. And with 3 kills, one of them being the jungler, they should be able to head to this Baron.
Yeah, really smart play from MVP, who are playing these fights intelligently. It didn't look like a big Cosmic Radiance, but it let them walk up, it let them choose targets. They take down the Baron, and Ian won that fight, getting a double Shockwave on 2 of the Squishy members, Bless and Ghost. They take the
colossal team fight victory that put MVP in this very positive position. So I feel like that item has gotten a lot more useful as well, as ADD gets the slowdown onto Totoro. This could be the pick, but he has the Unbreakable, and in go the kitty cats. Another massive set of roots onto multiple targets, but BBQ are going to be okay. And you mentioned the Cosmic Radiance, BBQ just getting themselves out of it. Now that one's going to be on cooldown for the next little while at least.
Yeah, BBQ able to disengage the fight the moment they saw the channeling of the Cosmic Radiance. We're too late in the game to kill the Taric during the channel time. 2.5 seconds in the early game. Relevant for taking out a Taric, but much more difficult now.
It feels like slow motion League of Legends.
It does. I mean, the game is moving at the pace of the Maokai ultimate. We know how fast that goes.
The crawling of the kitties.
But now it's a Smite battle, Atlas.
Yeah. Half the health already taken off this Baron. As BBQ are looking for a good 2-man Shockwave, and one of them is going to be landing onto a big priority target. Ian now right in the front line, though, flashes himself out. No, that was actually Max. as BBQ now chasing after the Maokai. Look at the sap magic. My God, it did so much work. Good double bash with that Bramble. No one going to be dead just yet as Bless. He's a squishy one, and Maha's going to be able to pick up that kill. Tempt moves himself out of the way. More kitties roaming through as Max gets snared, but otherwise it's only Bless to fall down so far. Ghost, he's already gone back home. And Ian picks up the kill onto Crazy. Totoro, oh, that door. Hold the door. He's dead. MVP going to be able to pick up 3 in that fight, but they don't get the Baron, and that is the big thing, is Crazy was able to get the feast.
Yeah, BBQ get the Force Radiance up. The answer was probably no, but it is up now.
Yeah, they have the opportunity to utilize that one as Temp jumps his way in. Oh God, okay, see you later, Ghost, and that's going to be turret falling down in the mid lane, but who cares? MVP want to win the game. Nexus turrets both being focused. Just seems like BBQ don't have the damage to stop this. Even the Maokai punching this Nexus is going to be enough as MVP take down game number 2 and bring us to a game number 3 decider.
MVP's early game so much improved over game 1 was the difference in performance. The Taric lane, which lost so heavily in game 1, did much better here. There's a lot of onus on the side of BBQ to get things done early with their Tristana, but had to rotate second, and BBQ in general was second to many objectives until they overforced around the Baron. Felt like that was the only time they could make something happen while the Cosmic Radiance was on cooldown. They got the Baron, but from that passage of play, MVP slowly killed 3, ended the game, and now we go back to the drawing board. And one of the questions BBQ will argue is it time to contest or maybe even ban away the Taric?
Yeah, and looking at a tank meta like this, we've now seen the team with more tanks lose twice in a row, Papa Smithy. We mentioned it earlier on, but Galio losing 2 games in a row is another thing that might deter teams from heading straight towards the Galio compositions as